Is it? I think it's Scotty playing the winner of this match.
Yes.
Oh, that should be good. All right,
So,
they're off.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Excuse me. Oh, I almost need to compose myself. I just have too much adrenaline from this right now.
Yeah, I'm too hyped up.
Oh no! Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. You can never have too much hype.
Well, I mean, I'm hyped up because I'm sitting here just like rubbing my hands in anticipation and like grinning like an idiot, even though I'm currently sitting alone in my living room.
You're not alone. You have all of us here with you.
True that. So, man, 0 mission any percent.
Ooh, what a category.
Yeah, this category, if you've been following this tournament, then you'll know that this category has a lot of potential for back and forth, lots of small things adding up, lots of mistakes that can easily lead to well over 30 seconds of time loss for either player. So very, very high tension category here.
Volatile is a word I often like to use, and because, especially since people tend to run with low health, even a single accidental running into a dangerous enemy can totally just force you to change the way you play.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not expecting too much of that from these two, though, because they are both at the top of the game, so I mean...
They're keeping it pretty close right through here, just a little minor back and forth with little movement errors here and there. But I did see Ross practicing the 1E tank Ridley fight. I don't think I saw a double. Ross got the second try. And he's going bold. He's hoping for drops. And he gets them! Destructor waited around, so that's going to cost him a little bit of time early on here.
Ross's boldness pays off.
Yeah, don't get too excited yet. This can very easily change in Hive Room. This lead could mean absolutely nothing. So,
yeah, the ever-dreaded Hive Room. Just when you think you can get it right 100 times in a row, and then you can just have something like that happen where a bug eats a missile, even though you're standing right in front of the Hive.
Yeah, and you need... Each Hive is 3 missiles and 2 beam shots to take care of, and 1 missile is 10 beam shots, so missing even 1 missile is fairly significant in this room, because you're doing this whole room with those bugs right on your tail. But it looks like both of them got through it with no problems, which is great.
Yeah, thankfully, because that room has a tendency to snowball. You miss 1 missile, and next thing you know, you're doing about 8 extra laps running around.
Yep, taking a few victory laps, as we say. That's kind of this category as a whole, really. It's just very easy for stuff to snowball, and just a small mistake can wind up piling up into a life-threatening situation.
Yep, and unlike the last tournament with Hundo, in this one, life-threatening is the name of the game all the way through, even up to the very, very end. A couple of mistakes are the difference between life and death. Absolutely,
especially if either of these two is feeling particularly bold, that 1E tank they just grabbed is going to be the only one we actually see. We could be seeing 2, could be seeing 3. But at this level of play, I almost expect 1E tank.
Undoubtedly, although Ridley has been kind of cruel at times. And speaking of cruelty, those bugs
were rough. That was the bugs are the first major RNG element in the game. They can be nice to you like they were to Ross, or they can be mean to you like they were to Destructor.
But Destructor did manage to pull something good out of that, though. He is at full health. Ross is not, so Destructor is going to be getting those critical missile drops over the next few rooms.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal for Ross. As long as you're within, like, a single small health drop, it really doesn't actually make that big of a difference. I don't know if we're going to be seeing either of them go for heal skip. I think we are. Destructor easily should be. I'm not sure how Ross is going to feel about that. I have to see how many hits they manage to take on the way to Ice Beam.
Hopefully, Ross making a clean fall there.
Hopefully none, but you never know. Destructor also having a clean fall. Good stuff.
Yeah. Cooperative enemies in that one.
Absolutely.
Oh, Ross getting that small health.
Small health would be good. I would have picked that one up, but...
Can't stop moving. Gets places to go.
Okay, yeah, he got that one, so... Oh, the hit, though! Those enemies, like... Those were made explicitly to troll you because they deal 6 damage and a small health gives you 5. So the game only checks if you're at full health for adjusting your drops, so you can be 1 off and you still won't get the drops you want.
And Destructor paying off, looked like 3 missile drops in that room, so he's already 7 missiles ahead.
Yeah, Destructor's ammo count is absolutely ridiculous. 11 coming into Norfair is crazy good. Like, he could get no other drops, and he would still have a ridiculous missile count. He's still farming, though. He's like... He just wants all the missiles he can possibly have. He is so comfortably good for heal skip.
Yeah, just walking down the street, throwing missiles down the storm drain. I don't even need him, he says.
Yeah. Ross is looking a lot more typical. He should still be able to pull a heal skip out of this if he gets lucky, but it's definitely not quite as comfortable as Destructor is. And they're just picking up the first unknown item here.
Although, I mean, if you have any passing knowledge of the Metroid series, it should be obvious it is a beam weapon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to spoil it. That was Plasma Beam. But,
oh, dang it, that was my second guess.
Sorry. What was your first? Spazer?
Yeah.
Moment of silence for Spazer and Zero Mission.
That was the moment.
Yep. Alright. But the basic idea behind the unknown items is they're items that weren't present in original NES Metroid. So you don't get to use them immediately.
Now we're going to see Ross and Destructor both showing off the double infinite bomb jump. Oh!
Not Ross!
Apparently not. This could be Destructor's chance to gain a little bit of time back.
Yeah, missing that bomb jump isn't the end of the world, but... yeah, it looks like Destructor's saved a couple of seconds over Ross there. I mean, those couple seconds start adding up in this category real fast.
Oh yeah, this is the shortest category in the game, so you don't want to be you can only say I'll fix it later for so long.
Ross got hit, unfortunately. Destructor taking that real slow. Yeah, Ross's ammo is kinda borderline right now for a heal skip. He may just opt to play it safe and...
it looked like he was trying to save the missile by using the bomb there, so I think he's still trying for it, but he's going to lose time now trying to do all the extra farming.
Yeah, I think he'd he'd misfired a missile and when he meant to fire a beam. But Destructor is very slowly catching up to Ross here. So Ross, if I were Ross, I would definitely skip the heal in this situation. Just I would grab the missile tank early. Destructor has no need to do that.
No, God no. Yeah, although it seems that both of them are playing reasonably well. It seems that both of them are making just little tiny mistakes here and there, but
overall, I mean, this is very solid play. Like 831 Ice Beam for Ross, 834 for Destructor. I mean, those are pretty solid times. And Ross is skipping the heal.
Ooh.
Destructor obviously is skipping the heal too.
Yeah. I mean, an ammo count like that, of course he is.
Yep. Okay, good stuff. All right, no. Oh, Destructor! That's really bad. You want to keep full health until basically you're out of Norfair. So Destructor taking that hit is really bad.
Yeah, definitely. Having a lower than full health heading into Ridley is, I would say, less than ideal, and that's kind of being generous.
Yeah, I almost might be convinced that Destructor should pick up this missile tank early just because of the health he's missing. And there it is again. Ooh. Yep, Destructor makes that choice. I think that's a good choice. Ross is having to go really slow in this room because his missile count is not good.
Oh gosh, 20 missiles, so he has very little margin for error. He needs exactly 18 to finish this fight.
And Destructor still has 28. So this fight is the definition of snowball. It goes it's not terribly difficult, but like even one small mistake and it's totally out of control and you've lost like 20 seconds.
Yeah, but Ross has an excellent fight. Destructor right behind him, also having a very good fight.
I didn't see Ross's enter Ridley time. Destructor's at 10:14 to 10:13. This is still very, very strong pace for both of these players.
Absolutely. But anything can change in Ridley, though. This is definitely an area where your health gets pushed to the limit, especially with those giant side hoppers everywhere. Before that, they have to make it there, so they're going to take this little, Ross having a little bit of trouble with the bombs, though.
Yeah, no freezing for Destructor. I didn't actually see if Ross froze any.
I wasn't paying attention either, but Ross is now out of missiles.
Destructor's health is kind of borderline for this room.
Oh gosh, it is, yeah. Yeah, these you're going to see them trying to either freeze the giant side hoppers or take damage off the bugs instead, because the side hoppers do so much damage.
Destructor.
Oh no!
Okay, he's fine. He's fine. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you can see how he had to go so much slower than Ross through that room because of the health situation that he had. Okay, none of them fell. That's good.
Yeah, that's one thing you definitely do not want to see. Uh-oh. I'm seeing Destructor talking in chat. I have a bad feeling I know what just happened.
I hope that that's not what it was. Please, please don't be what I think that is.
Oh,
no! Destructor! Well, that wasn't what I thought it would be.
When I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, God, he's gonna take a second hit in the side hopper on the return, isn't he?" And that, sure enough, was what it was.
Yeah. See, no, I thought he had fallen down the shaft. But oh man, that's really, really unfortunate.
Oof.
I mean that. I almost want to say that that's the end, but I mean. Because at this point, like, I think Ross is watching. So I have to think Ross knows what just happened.
So we'll see. If he goes for the E tank behind behind that block, then I think we have a pretty good idea. Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, if I'm Ross, I'm just grabbing all the safeties I can. Like. I'm going 3 E-tanks, I'm getting Brinstar Super. Honestly, I wouldn't even think saving for Torian is out of the question.
I mean, there's really no reason not to play it super safe if you know what just happened.
Yep. Ross getting those fireballs for some extra drops. That's really unfortunate. You hate to see that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast with any percent. Just death
it really
can come
is.
at any time, and
especially at that point in the game, because at that point you only have access to the 1 E-tank and Brinstar.
Yeah, Ridley is just so dangerous if you start taking extra hits.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. No double for Destructor that time.
Oh, he gets the spikes.
Man, game just throwing the salt right in the wound. Ross is making his way out of Ridley here.
Guess we'll have to see. Oh,
so Ross is going with 3 tanks. I don't blame him for that at all. I mean, if you know that your opponent's died, I mean, just take all the safeties you possibly can.
He's certainly not out of the clear yet. Still has to deal with all the stuff in Kraid and Turian.
Turian.
Oof.
90% Turian is not as free as you might like it to be. It's not even like it's SM Turian where it's just kind of hard to do really fast. It's like you are actually at a risk of dying in 0 mission Turian. A lot less so with 3 E-tanks, but
believe you me, I've seen me do it.
Oh yeah. Metroid's hurt. I think they deal. I think it's 1 damage per frame. So I mean, you're pretty much every time you get grabbed, that's almost a full E-tank of damage.
All right, Ross first to make it to high jump.
Yep. So high jump is a little bit out of the way here, but it's the sort of thing, it saves time like literally every time you jump.
And I think this is definitely one of those less noticeable time saves, but it's there. Absolutely.
And also, like, have you ever tried space jumping without high jump?
Yes, actually.
Ugh. That is an awful experience right there.
Yes, it is. Randomizer has made me experience some things that would rather not experience.
Yeah, randomizer puts you in some really wonky situations sometimes. Like you don't realize it, but I'm actually really happy that Nintendo made Power Grip required in this game.
Yeah. Oh my god, no, yeah. Randomizer, I for a little while I was exclusively calling it Power Grip Appreciation Simulator because doing all oh my god.
That's the actual name of it. It's one of those like subtitles. Zero Mission Randomizer or Power Grip Appreciation Simulator. Or I missed out on an opportunity for a great Doctor Strangelove joke, and I will forever be sad about that.
Well, don't worry, John. There'll be other opportunities, or you could also say that opportunities and you will meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but...
Yep. I half expected Ross to get the Brinstar Ceiling E-Tank.
I was thinking about that, actually.
But he's coming up to the wall of this category. The Acid Worm Skip.
Yep. You saw him practicing it earlier.
Yep. He's not saving. He shouldn't need to be fair. Ross is generally pretty good about it, but if you fail it, I mean, you're taking a pretty extensive dip in the lava.
Here we go.
Oh! He's taking the dip in the lava. So I expect he's going to go for the horizontal bomb jump back up here.
Yep. Looks like it.
And he's got tons of health, so he can keep attempting this over and over again.
There we go.
There he goes. So, okay. Yeah, he's fine.
There we go. Good backup, okay. Good backup.
Okay. And Destructor going back through criteria to get Power Grip and Plasma Beam.
Yeah, we didn't actually mention it before, even though you did kind of offhanded mention it, that Power Grip is required in this category, not because we can't do platforming without it, but because there's actually a vine that blocks your progress if you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unusual, considering how open-ended this game is by design. But
yeah,
then
it's
there's
very...
one thing...
Yeah, it's very out of character. Like, Metroid games are all about gating your progress until you have a certain item, but that's usually due to, like, environmental design. Like, oh, this platform is out of reach, so I must need a way to jump higher. Or, oh, there's a block that I need to destroy with a certain upgrade. But in this case, it's just like, there's a vine, and when you get Power Grip, the vine goes away. It's very, very strange.
Yeah, that's a little bit ham-fisted. So, but whatever, it is what it is, and honestly, if it weren't there, we'd probably skip Power Grip, so I'm kind of glad it is there, like you said.
Yeah. I thought it was really stupid for a long while, because when I was a kid, I thought I was super clever for bomb jumping up around that way without Power Grip, and then I got to the vine, and I was like, oh, man.
Speaking of, oh man, that's exactly what's going through Kraid's head right now as he explodes spectacularly.
Yep. Is that a refill glitch? That's a refill glitch.
Yeah, that's a refill glitch.
Nice job. Alright, so now Ross has the speed booster, which boosts your speed.
You did it. Oh,
yeah.
Destructor has officially forfeited in the SRL.
That's a real... Ross! Ross! What are you doing? Oh, Ross.
Oh, you.
Good game, Destructor. Sorry to see it end the way that it did.
You never like seeing a race go that way.
No. So now Ross is making his way to the other kind of wall for this category, Torian.
Oh God, Torian.
Any percent Torian it's very interesting in a way, but when you're playing the category, it really just sucks.
Yeah, the worst part about it is even because I've had this happen recently coming back to this category, which is you come back to it and you're like, oh, I've had no trouble with it for like the past however many months, and you come back and then suddenly it just goes wrong once. You're like, oh God, everything I knew was a lie.
Yep. Looks like Ross is setting up for Brinstar Super here.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Let's see if he can get it. Oh, come on, the one frame down press.
Oh well, we give it one honest attempt.
Yeah, I mean, Brinstar Super is this sort of thing where it's like, on average, you'll get a faster Torian, but it takes something like 15 seconds to get it, so it isn't always faster, and it is definitely not worth going back for if you fail it.
Yeah. I don't know. I tried learning it for once, and then just kind of like, it's not... I don't know. You never need it, which is good, because if that were a required trick for the category, it's actually harder to do than Acid Worm Skip, so... Yeah,
it's like... That super missile in Brinstar right there is kind of involved in all of the changes that have taken place to any percent since like 2006. So originally we just went into Torian with 50 missiles and 4 supers, just like Ross is doing right now. And then Dragonfangs found a way to get that super missile from the left Brinstar shaft instead of the right one like you're supposed to. So then people started getting that because it made Torian significantly easier. And then after that, I can't remember who it was. I think it was either ZX or Dragonfangs, or both, discovered a way to actually skip the Zebetite. And if you skip the Zebetite, there's no reason to pick up Brinstar Super. So now we're back to doing more or less the same route we saw in 2006, just now we can do Zeb Skip.
Yeah, it's the hottest, spiciest new tech in any percent.
Yep. So now, he's looking for super drops, but the thing about any percent Torian is that you want to balance your missile and super consumption, because supers are faster. Oh, also a little bit in that room. But you also need a lot of missiles, because if you use all of your supers straight away, you're just going to wind up using a ton of missiles and not having supers in spots where you should have supers. And overall, you're just going to give yourself a really bad time when you go to farm more ammo at the end. Ross is getting very lucky on his super drops.
Yeah. Very much so. Because it's not uncommon. Oh, he got grabbed. Oh, so much damage.
Yeah, there's that full E-tank. Because getting grabbed in the air isn't great. You can... Also... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you can actually detach the Metroid in mid-air with a well-timed bomb and unmorph. But yeah, Ross is playing it a little slow. I actually think he should have used supers on those last 2 Metroids. Because now he's got to farm up to 50 missiles here. Well, I guess 49. But that's going to be a long process for him.
Yeah, farming is always one of the most obnoxious parts.
Fortunately, he doesn't need a super, because sometimes super missiles just don't drop. Okay, so now Ross is going for the Zebetite skip. Basically, you have to freeze the Rinka like in the floor, and then place the bomb and unmorph on exactly the frame the bomb goes off.
It looked like he had there for a moment, but then he got shot right as he was starting to phase.
Yeah,
it's finicky.
It really is, because you have to do this with Rinkas and turrets just coming at you from all directions.
And any number of things can make it go wrong. You get shot while you're phasing through the Zebetite, it doesn't work. If the Zebetite's frozen a little bit too high, it doesn't work. But there we go. He gets
Ross
it.
Almost got knocked out of it there by a turret shot. So, and you can see Ross is down well over an E-tank at this point.
Yeah,
so
even...
Yep, sorry? Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, even Mother Brain, a boss that is famously just kind of either a scripted... Oh, did he just fire a super into the air?
I think he might have. See, now he's way short on ammo.
Oh no!
And the chances for a super from our red Rinka are in the general vicinity of 0.1%. It happens.
Thankfully these red Rinkas do have an increased chance of dropping regular missiles.
Yes, they do. Which is really kind of annoying when you're trying to do low percent sometimes.
There we go.
There it is.
But no, yeah. Even in this game, even Mother Brain is not free. She does more damage than you think with her beam, and it's really easy to get knocked off that platform just by going a little bit too far forward.
Yeah, so I'm reading the chat here, and I've got... Let's see, I wanted to talk a little bit about Zeb Skip, because Ross is just escaping, and then he's got a huge cutscene. Yeah. But the thing about Zebetite Skip is that Zebetite Skip allows you to save 14 missiles, which is really significant in Torian. It's not a case of like it straight up saves this much time, but it's also the sort of thing where if you're going for it, you've really got to commit to it, because if you decide to abandon it, you've got to shoot the first and second Zebetites, then go back and farm all of the missiles that you're missing. Plus, you're probably going to get health drops because you aren't going to be because you've probably taken damage to get Zebetite Skip going, or trying to. So, abandoning Zeb Skip is not usually a good play. So it's really kind of a finicky thing. I do not pretend that I know a lot about all the intricacies of any percent Torian. The real experts on that one are Sam and Eagle. Sam in particular, more really.
It's true.
But Ross is just starting the suitless section here. This is a very relaxing part of the run, really, because it's sandwiched like right between Torian and any percent end game.
Yeah. Which, despite the fact that you're supposed to be all powerful when that time comes, you're really not in any percent at all.
Yeah, I mean, if someone sold me a full powered suit and it came like that, I would probably return it. Because it's still missing several upgrades.
And it's not nearly as defensive as I was led to believe.
No, not at all. I mean, Ross has 3 E-tanks, so he can tank a good number of hits, but ideally you have 1 extra E-tank, so that's 4 hits and you're...
Oh! Ross! Oh, no! Oh, well, the good news is he's not going to get lost. He knows exactly where to go.
What's he doing?
He's crying to himself in the corner.
Ross. Oh, man. That's funny. The map of shame.
Oh my god.
As we call it. Oh, Ross. And he's saving. Yeah, I don't blame him.
And here we are, suitless. Despite the fact this is very tense, especially if you play this game casually, it ends up being one of the most consistent part of the run, because the pirates always do the same thing.
Yep, if you move the same way, the pirates are always going to respond the same way. And for the most part, it's not precise enough. It's not like their pattern changes every single frame. So if your movement is just generally the same throughout the whole section, you're going to get the same thing every time.
Yep. Honestly, I'd say the biggest threats in Suitless are dropping wall jumps, because then you'll often get dropped into a spotlight or... Yeah.
Yeah, there are a few spots where pirates kind of like to congregate. Well, excuse me. At the bottom of long shafts, you have to wall jump up. So dropping a wall jump can also mean falling right into a mosh pit of pirates. And even if you've got 3 E-tanks like Ross does, that can be bad news bears.
Yeah, definitely. That's putting it lightly. Because during this section, touching a pirate, that's an E tank of damage, 100 damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, normally in a PB attempt, you would see people skip refilling entirely, so one hit is death. I'm really disappointed Ross didn't at least attempt fast searchlights. Like, what has he got to lose? Come on.
I mean, he still technically does have this race to lose, because if he doesn't finish, well, we don't have a winner.
Well, he saved at the start of Suitless.
Yeah, but imagine having to reload at the start of Suitless.
I mean, sure, it's better, but still, that puts him a comfortable 20+ minutes ahead of Destructor.
Yeah, okay. I'm not worried about Ross. I'm worried about us. We're already having to fill air during the Suitless. There's not much to talk about. Imagine trying to talk through two Suitlesses.
Yeah, when you put it that way.
Like, shoot.
Might have to go to Waffle House if that happens.
Sounds good. Get myself some Waffle House hash browns all the way.
Yeah, I think the nearest Waffle House is like probably a strong 1,000 miles from here. So
I am sorry.
Yeah, we've got some good breakfast places though, so no great loss in my view. But I've never been to a Waffle House because there isn't one for 1,000 miles, so I can't say for sure.
My God, how was I not aware of this?
I don't know, but hey, you saw the new grill that's opening by me.
Road trip, let's go.
Yep.
Oh, Ross pulling off what we affectionately refer to as Sam Strat.
Yep.
Allowing that alarm to turn off. Oh, go ahead.
Sam Strat actually being an acronym.
We're not sure what it stands for yet. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, I remembered that it was an acronym. I just couldn't remember what it stood for. No, it's named after Sam the Digital. Who, like, odds are if you see, like, any small room strat in this game, you've got, like, a 50-50 chance that Sam came up with it. And of all the strats that Sam found for this game, that one that saves, like, half a second of real time is the one that bears his name. And
isn't that just how it always goes?
Yep.
It's like that Oscar-winning actor who manages to become known for a bit TV role.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, probably the most well-known strat of Sam's is the Hive Room strat.
Was that him?
Yeah, that was a Sam strat.
Oh.
But
for some reason I thought it was Eagle. That could just be because of that image we had floating around, which was the Eagle strat for the Hive Room, which was just the Hive Room with a bunch of red circles drawn around it.
Yep. That way back in the day before Sam discovered that strat, the prevailing approach to Hive Room was kind of jump at the hives and hope the bugs knock you into it instead of away from it.
That sounds awful.
It's absolutely terrible. Like it was so stupid. Mobius Man uploaded a video of himself doing it well because it was that rare of an occasion.
Wow.
Like way back when I sat down to try and learn that strat, I decided, I actually kind of want to get a little better at this game. I should stop getting long beam because it's way out of the way. I've done that once or twice, I think, and then both times I said, nope, screw it, we're still getting long beam. So the Charlie fight. Ross has to wait for that sigil to appear and then shoot it with a charged shot, and he's got to do that 4 times.
And he's going to be taking purposeful damage there because it causes the cycle to reset a little bit faster.
Yep, on average you save time shooting yourself.
And he's getting some real fast patterns there for the wow.
Yeah, wow, that was a good Charlie.
That was a really good Charlie.
Wow, that was good. Helps make up for getting the map a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, we can actually check with the color of Ross's timer. Let's see if he saved time over his PB suitless. He saved time over his PB suitless, even though he got the map. Or no, wait.
Proud of him.
No, wait. Ross has a separate split for Charlie. Dang it. Ruining my... Ruining my hopes and dreams.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, well, now he's got his... It says fully, it's like half. Because the main upgrades that we don't have are Screw Attack and Wave Beam. Both of those make moving through this area so much nicer.
Yes.
But they're also really out of the way, so we don't get them.
Yep. And on top of that, Ross only has 3 E-Tanks, and remember how pirates did 100 damage before? Now they do 50. That's still a lot.
Yeah, it is. And there are a lot more pirates on the way back than there are on the way in.
And they are no longer consistent like in Suitless, so now you have to just roll with it, whatever they do on the fly.
Well, they're still consistent. It's just it's much easier to get out of position and take a hit like that. See, 1 dropped space jump, and if Ross didn't react by freezing the pirate, he probably would have taken 2 or 3 extra hits there.
Yeah, thankfully save rooms in this section do heal you as well, but you still don't want to do it. Yeah,
that's to compensate for pirates just not dropping anything.
Yeah, which is, I hate that. It's terrible.
It's really annoying. I wish it wasn't that way, but that's how they did it, so we've got to deal with it.
Yeah. So Ross is, at this point, just making his way off to the final boss, or I guess the second to last boss.
Yep, boss? What boss are you talking about? I don't know of any boss.
And of course, talking about the atomics in this room.
Yes, that's definitely a boss. Ross got through with no problems.
Now let's see if Ross does me a solid and goes for one of my favorite pointless tricks in this upcoming room.
Oh well, he better.
Otherwise, I'll just be sad.
Everyone should go for this.
Here we go. Oh, he's going for it. Oh,
yeah! It saves no time, but how many style points is that? I think that is worth at least 10 style points.
Yeah, I think it's a solid double digits.
Double digits, easily. But Ross is generally doing a good job of going through this area. Just had that 1 dropped space jump early on, and no real issues since then.
And unfortunately, some of the worst pirate rooms are coming up here in a little bit. Once you're climbing up.
Yes, this room. No helpful pirate. Tisk Ross.
Yeah, like the next 3 rooms in particular are really nasty.
Yeah, this next room in particular is my vote for worst room in the game. This room that Ross just entered.
Yeah, there's really I can't really think of a good way to do it. You just kind of go up with a charge shot and just kind of hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good strat for it, but like, more than any other room, if that room goes badly, you're gonna take a bunch of extra hits.
Yeah, and this room is not much better either, because the pirates... Yeah, start getting out of position, the pirates will come up and down the walls, they'll shoot you, they'll just body check you.
They'll just drop the elbow off the wall. And then this room can lag weirdly, because there's so many pirates, but Ross had no issues with it.
Well, with that, he's done with the difficult pirate rooms. Now he just has to deal with,
I think there's like a fly he's got to swat in this final room.
Yeah, I think it might have been freaking a science fair project of some sort. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either. I mean, it's just like this weird small little insect that the pirates just wired the self-destruct for the ship to. I don't really understand why they would do that.
I mean, I bet they probably could have gotten along a lot better. They just brought it a little bit of WD-40 every so often.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can hear it like squeaking on the way in, but I mean, Ross just kind of breathes extra hard in that direction, and the thing goes down.
And look at all this purple it drops.
Yeah, it's like they expect you to get hit or something. Door bomb. Door bomb.
Door bomb. All right, here we are. The final countdown. You can play the song at your own discretion. We can't because of obvious reasons.
Yeah. This is the stupidest room in the game. I absolutely hate this room.
Oh, trying to get those double shots?
Yeah, trying to shoot those blocks out quickly is really difficult.
Yeah, but you see, at this point, Ross has one major trick, and then the true final boss of the game to deal with. The major trick is he has to get a shine charge, and then ball spark across 3 rooms.
Yep. Okay. It's not to be underestimated. That trick is exactly what cost Scotty his match versus Eagle. Because this trick saves a significant chunk of time if you get it first try versus messing it up at all. Because at best, you're going to have to go all the way back across the room to get the Shine Spark again. I think
that was close.
Messing it up in this room is really bad because you can't get the Shine Spark back after you've left that first room, but Ross has no problems.
And there he goes, flying through the air.
Yep. Now he's just got the final boss fight left. It's weird of them to throw the final boss at you in the very last room, but here they are nonetheless, and Ross has no problems.
Yeah, they're deceptive. Those are deceptive, those Black Pirates. But with that, Ross is our winner today. Official SRL time, 41:22, and Destructor is in here joining us, waiting for Ross.
Yep. Good game, Destructor. I was very sad to see that. You were playing very well up until that point. It sucks that it had to end that way, man. I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I feel bad too.
GG.
I'm just stupid.
It's alright. That's still what is that, a top 4 finish?
Top 6, which is definitely...
Oh, I guess I'm forgetting a match then.
That was, I guess, my first prediction when I entered the tournament, but as the tournament progressed, I knew where I could go, and I choked, so oh well.
Yeah, that's alright, it's any percent. Stupid stuff happens in any percent all the time. Right, Ross?
Oh yeah.
But Ross played well, so...
Like getting maps.
I'm glad you're not going to get lost in the Space Pirate Mothership, Ross.
It was kind of helpful, I guess.
Yeah.
How did you feel about your run overall?
Early on, while Destructor was still alive, I had like the hardest time trying to maintain full health and ammo for refill skip. I decided to just play it safe and like stop and farm and stuff. Cocoon fight was okay, but I took the Vine room really slow just to make sure I had at least 18.
Yeah, you were not getting the greatest missile drops there.
No, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that I got dinged. I would get full health, I'd get hit by a bug. I get full health again, I get hit by a bug later. I had like exactly 18 missiles, I think, entering the Vine room. So, but fortunately, I was at full health already, and that helped out a lot. Otherwise, the Cocoon fight would have been really bad.
Yeah.
But I was actually gonna do a 1E tank run.
Well, yeah.
Right when I refilled, I heard the commentary that Destructor died, so I was like, "Oh, okay, I get the E-tank behind."
Yeah, so many tanks and a save.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, it was like right as I was refilling when I heard it. I mean, it would have been. I've been really bad at Ridley fights lately, so I could have died as well if Destructor had just held out like for another 5 seconds or something while I was in the boss room. Maybe it was me who would have died.
I cannot blame you for taking a straight tanks and save. Like at that point, I would have done the same. So.
Well, yeah, but like I'm saying, like if you died like maybe 5 seconds later, while I was fighting Ridley, I could have died at Ridley with just one tank.
I think, well, I don't really know. Not seeing you dying to Relay, I guess you would have taken it safe, but...
I was totally planning on going 1E tank route. My problem with Ridley nowadays is that I just can't find the timing for missiles anymore.
It's always a bit weird.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. And then I've been running into Ridley early lately. I don't know why, but
yeah, that'll get you killed real quick.
Yeah, and then let's see. I missed Acid Worm Skip. Fortunately, I remembered how to do HPJ.
Yep.
Took me a while, but I got it.
Yeah, you had 3 tanks, so you were totally fine for that.
Yeah, otherwise I would have gone back, saved, reset the room, and tried
Mm-hmm.
if I was less than, like, if I was like at 100 something. But then again, there's not much damage between getting the Owl E at Ridley and there, so you're typically at high health there if you pick up that E. But yeah, I mean, other than that, a lot of rust showed some of my like movements and stuff like that, especially space jumping. Trying to do space jumping after doing Super Metroid for the last month or so is
your space jumping was rough.
I imagine
it's really bad. Yeah, it feels fusion. Like switching between fusion and ZM for space jump is the worst. Or if you're an M2 player, it's probably even worse than that.
Why would you make me think of that?
But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little sad myself. I was really hoping that Destructor would destroy me.
Just ask Crunchy and Ross what I said.
Well, he said it in the intro. I was like, okay.
Oh, really? I just give myself some hype because I don't know. Like
I was going all out.
Like I needed a bit of hype. I needed to be happy and stuff, but
yeah, I was not.
Get karma'd, you stupid French.
Yeah, that was a really unfortunate way for the race to end.
It's okay. You still have a better PB than me.
Yeah, but
no one's gonna remember this race, man. Don't worry, except me.
I will. I definitely will.
Don't forget that anyone.
Let me take my marker out and put another line here on the wall.
Okay, don't worry. You'll probably have to add another one, except if Exodo turns on.
Yeah. Okay. What is up with you guys and trying to race me all the time?
I mean,
I already played Exodo once earlier.
I mean, you know what? It's because that's how it all started. I actually intentionally threw this race. That was a secret because that's how it all started. Exodo wanted to beat you, then you were like, okay, this guy wants to beat my time, I'm gonna beat it back. So you did. That's how it all started. And then I came back. I was like, oh, I'm not the first French. I'm gonna beat Exodo and Ross. Gotta give it back to you guys, right?
Maybe I should
way to finish it.
Maybe I should just let my boy Scotty take care of the French. Just let me intentionally lose and have Exodo play Scotty instead.
I'm just a bit disappointed because that was probably the last time I would have played at least any % tournament on ZM. So because I'm not considering yet that I'll probably retire soon from speedrun. So.
Any other game that you're thinking about? 12-hour challenge is on.
No, it's not. Like, I think I'll have to focus a lot on Counter-Strike in the upcoming days if I really want to get something going with my team. So I haven't been playing or even haven't been running for a time, nor find the motivation to do it, nor the pleasure. So I guess time comes for a change. Oh well, we'll see. I will still hang around and join some races.
Yeah, it's always fun to race with you, Destructor.
Yeah, I'm always with you. Like, I think if we were in the same vocal channel, that would have been even more funny.
Yeah, there should be a way to like split the audio. It'd be really nice if SG can come up with that technology to split the audio.
That would be super cool.
Have the racers, you know, chat with each other while racing.
And then the commentators can switch to the lobby where the two runners are, like you listen, and that would be super cool, actually.
Pretty nice. But
I think there's a way to get that set up with a virtual audio cable.
Or even just to making sure that your voice doesn't carry over the game audio and you're golden.
Yeah, like using my iPhone here to get into Discord or something like that.
There you go.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I use my iPhone to listen in on the commentary.
Yeah.
And then when Crunchy said, "Oh no," I was like, "Oh," I was staring at the.
The worst thing is that I saw my health, and I was like, I need that thing to not go right. And I was like, it goes to the right like 1 out of 10 times. But in my head, I knew it would happen. And when I saw it jumping to the right, I was like, I'm done. And then I died. Like, I saw it coming a mile away.
Yeah, that hopper can really troll you.
I mean, it was my fault even before, because side upper room I played it so poorly, and I got hit by the the spot where you jumpy, you have the blue and the red orb. I got hit by the red orb, so.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I left the side hopper room with like 130 health or something like that, so
yeah,
I was okay.
I was at 86, so yeah, then 56, then 26, and oh well. I want to scream, but I cannot.
It's alright, you'll get me next time.
When is next time?
Well,
that's an excellent question.
I think next up is a Hundo tournament, I think.
Yeah, I might just join or something. Who knows?
Yeah, that's not for a little bit though.
Yeah,
decompress from this one.
Like if I take a long enough break from ZM, I'm definitely gonna come back, just try it out again or whatever. So if the Hundo tournament happens to be at a good time, I'll probably join.
That'll be cool.
I guess we'll have to wait and see then.
Oh, also I gold splitted my escape.
Oh, really? Nice.
By 1 second. It was the really fast Black Pirates.
I thought you saved time even though you got the map, but I forgot you have a separate Charlie split.
Yeah, I have the RNG split for Charlie just to see what kind of RNG it gives me.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. Well, good job, Ross. Now you're advancing and facing Exodo. I think that will be a good one, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it says here in the tournament that I'm the higher seed, but Exodo actually PB'd during the tournament, so he's supposed to be the higher seed.
He PB'd before. He has he has the advantage in terms of RTA, but you have the one in terms of in-game time. That's why you're seeded higher than him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, thank the Zeb skip for that, right? But
and the fact that he played on JP and you on English.
That too. Yeah.
We'll do it.
But yeah, that's all I got. GG, man.
Well, GG. You deserve it.
I was really hoping that you would actually come out and wreck me. Like, my splits were really bad right now.
I was hoping too, man. I'm just so disappointed. I would have been not happy, but at least not pissed if I would lose because I was late compared to you. But losing like this...
Well, if it makes you feel better, I was winning the entire time.
That's actually true. That's actually true. I know you were. I know you were. But when I see the final time, I'm like, you could have beat it by 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But oh well.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one to who it happened, so I shouldn't feel too bad.
Yeah.
And I should stop having high expectations about myself.
Well, hold on. Let's not. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, it seems a little extreme.
Yeah. For goodness sake, when it comes to freaking fusion memory corruption, you are the impassable wall that I would have to overcome to break into top 3. So don't you go doing that, man. You're still up there. I'm looking at you from down here. All right, so.
Yeah, but just let's switch the perspective right now. I am when I was commentating with you, who was at the bottom and who was at the top? Like you were so high, I couldn't see you.
What?
Like
what?
I think I expressed myself badly. No, whatever.
That was a good time. That was just. We were side by side in the booth. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, I think
Please
that
don't
if
die.
you like, you definitely have the potential to be up there with like Eagle, Scotty, Sam, John. If you commit to it. I know that I won't anymore. I'm basically sunset here and just chilling now, playing casually or for fun.
Destructor tied my PB, so
because I missed the ship. because I missed my entrance to the ship. That's why we are tied. I'll keep it this way, so you will feel like we're tied, but you also do not want to untie me. So.
No, I don't. I really, really don't.
Phrasing.
Because, oh yeah.
Because 80%.
Yeah. Well, because technically I'm still ahead because I have a better game time.
Yes, but it's written 4th on the leaderboard. 4th and 4th.
Yeah, but if you sort by game time, it's not. I'm so 4th if you sort by game time.
I mean, it's all overall. We know. Like I know that you're the better one.
Oh wow, this is amazing. There are no races going on right now in eSpeed Game Jam.
Yeah, I was checking that. Yeah, there's a gap.
Wow, look at that.
I guess it's dinner time at 5 p.m. for everybody in the world.
I know what I'm doing after I hang up in this commentary.
Oh, interesting. On a Saturday too. That's really interesting. What's going on today? Like,
I don't know. Is it the protestations at SG? They're like, no.
I don't know.
There has to be something going on at 5 o'clock here. Oh, it's happy hour. That's what it is.
Ah, of course.
Of course.
There we go.
Ross,
I guess I know what I'm doing.
Solving the great mysteries of our time.
But yeah, I mean, we have this hour gap, but then after that, I hope you like Rando, because we got Rando all over the dang place. But that's not all Rando, though. We also have, looks like DKC3, Rogue Galaxy. Ooh, that's one I didn't know we were going to be having. And some Ori.
Ori is a really nice game to watch, especially at speed. It looks so pretty. That's all I can say. I don't really know much about it.
Yeah, Ori is
except that it looks
gorgeous
pretty.
game.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Yep.
And as far as this tournament, though, we're really getting really close here. There, like we said, Ross has to face off against Exodo, and then the winner of that match faces off against C. Scotty W, which that's going to be a race to watch. And then after that, whoever wins that faces off against Eagle in the grand finals. So the end is in sight. And
the man wants to keep his streak alive.
And then what?
The man wants to keep his streak of tournament wins alive.
Yeah.
He's not done yet.
Eagle
He's
is
not the old man.
King of tournaments.
I think he's undefeated in zero mission tournaments.
That's not true.
No.
No?
He's undefeated in any percent.
Oh, yes, because last Hundo... who won? No.
Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty won last Hundo.
Scotty won the Hundo tournament?
No, he didn't, but he did beat Eagle once.
Really?
Eagle came back and won.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the Fusion 100% tournament?
I could... maybe. No, I know that Scotty outright blew Eagle out of the water in Fusion. But I know that Eagle lost a race sometime during the ZM, one of the ZM tournaments. It might have been during the Swiss play or something.
There was never a Swiss play zero mission tournament, though. That was a Fusion tournament.
Oh, yeah.
God,
You're right. anyway, like I'm pretty sure Eagle lost once at least.
Okay, so maybe over 3 tournaments he's lost 1 race.
Yeah,
maybe,
which is quite impressive.
Well,
so
Eagle hasn't been derusting or practicing, so
no, he's been experiencing the joys of full-time employment lately.
Yeah, so
Wow.
he's definitely vulnerable in that final slot there.
Mm-hmm.
But a vulnerable Eagle is still a very dangerous force.
Yeah, I mean, he still put up. What did he put up last in his race against Scotty? Like
39-2 or something.
39.07.
07.
Yeah. So like,
respect,
that's still better than most people's PBs. So.
Considering he missed AWS and missed the backup once, so
yeah, that's a very
you can cut off 15 seconds if he gets it first time.
Whew. But yes, this is a pretty good post race talk here. This is I think one of the more interesting ones we've had.
Yeah, certainly one of the more extensive ones we've had.
Most definitely, and good thing we had this. Good thing happy hour kicked in. Otherwise, we'd probably have a staffer coming in here yelling at us.
That's probably why I was running so fast. It's past. I mean, it's 9 minutes after happy hour now. I gotta go soon. You know what I mean?
got work to do.
Yeah. I got these dollar. I'm not gonna say
it. Go play Apex Legends.
I'll just say refreshments.
All right.
All right.
We'll take it.
Again, Destructor, Rossu, GG to both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you both for putting on this race for us today.
Well, you can thank Ross for the run. No, seriously, like, well, good luck further, Ross. Not over yet, and I think the next one will be close, actually. That'll be something I'll watch, and I really hope I'll be able to commentate the upcoming races.
I might actually de-rust a little bit.
What?
For this upcoming match.
Actually practice?
Even I didn't de-rust for this one.
I didn't either. I was doing hundo, like I was just doing regular, casual hundo runs the last week or so. But yeah, for someone like Exodo, yeah, I'll probably I mean, not just because it's Exodo, but I'm what 10-0 now for beating French people, so I gotta keep that streak.
Oh, come on. Are you only counting tournament races?
Yeah, I mean it's the only ones that matter.
Well, yeah, then I'm that's legit. I can accept that. I can accept that.
So what I'm hearing is we need a showcase race, which is Ross versus France.
I mean, that would be something great if we can do like showcase races on SG. Just like that would be great actually with stupid categories or stupid rules. That would be something that could be actually fun, just for the sake of it.
I mean, don't give away our secrets.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So the tournament. Yeah. GG Ross. Good game. Good game.
Good game.
I think that'll do it for us today.
Yeah, I think that's all we got.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Have a good evening, guys.
See you, everyone.